are watching Eswatini TV, Sibuko Semaswati.
Beautiful stuff right here on Eswatini TV. Hello and welcome. Your Monday edition of Temidlalo. A couple of things, of course, to take center stage this Monday. One would say a lot to talk about, be it locally and internationally. And of course, with majority of sporting codes now back to their action, we'll be looking at some of the sporting codes, including cycling. Some of the local cyclists, especially from Gusekaya Cycling Club, have a huge event this coming weekend. We'll have two guests from the club to give us more updates on that, sort of charity, one would say, tournament or charity event where they'll be doing a border-to-border event from Oshuk to Lavumisa. They'll be here in the studio, of course, to give us more details. Otherwise, other activities to take place over the weekend include Tennis Association. They were down in the Lubombo region, of course, in their program to continue to expand the sport in the 4 regions of the country. The association, of course, had a great time with the kids of the under 10, under 12, under 14. We'll also, of course, see what happened, listen to the president, Maxwell Jell. And, of course, other sporting codes, they include golf and volleyball. Volleyball, they are back to action. They're preparing for the new season, having been last active back in March 2020, over a year with that being in the field of play. How are they coping? We'll hear from some of the elite teams, the likes of correctional and reps, to hear from their preparations, all that. And of course, I'm going to be in the company of our in-house analyst, Linda Tamin. However, Sitlang Semnigati is in Mozambique for their two friendlies against Lesotho and Mozambique, respectively, having, of course, collected a win for the first time in 3 years against Lesotho, on Saturday this past weekend. We'll be in touch with Patizo Msibi, our colleague Patizo Msibi, who is there in Maputo, just to give us an update. How is this Sitlangu different now? Are we seeing once again a different Sitlangu that we saw a couple of years ago? Are they back to their best? We'll be in touch with our colleague Patizo Msibi, who is there, who is of course with the team in Maputo. Otherwise, all that is going to be here live on Eswatini TV. A couple of ways you can watch this program: through our YouTube channel, through the Eswatini TV app, and of course on your comfort of your seat through Skuchan. They are already in the house. Two gentlemen from Gusekaya Cycling Club, Mr. Ntsiga Fabutse and Mkolisi Shonge. Yes, Babi Fabutse.
Fab, all good, sir. How
all
are
good.
You? Lovely.
Yeah, now I think when you two got here in the studio, would say, how long have you been in the industry? And I think I was answered. We don't have to get there and to find out. We'll see Mr. Shong actually has been there probably 15 years or 20. Then but just to highlight that these are two cyclists from Guseka Cycling Club. They have a big event, Mr. Faguts. It's a big event. I think would see on the calendar of activities, cycling, would see they have been also not active for quite some time, since but come this Saturday, you are back on the road.
That is true. It's been a year of ups and downs with COVID happening, obviously, and even the cycling sport has also been affected, definitely. But we're excited about this huge ride on Saturday, the border to border, 200 kilometers cycling. For the fastest run riders, maybe they'll be doing it around 5 hours if you're good enough and fit like you, and if you're slow and average like me, riding nicely and comfortably, so probably all day riding from the one border to the other border.
Mr. Shonge, border to border. Why from one border to the other border? Why did you suggest would say Ngasugala Ngwenya? And then who is invited, who should be there, and what are the requirements to be there?
Okay, thank you so much, Fab. For Border to Border, it started last year. After we have seen the pandemic and what we were going through. So it was just gathered by a number of cyclists from different clubs. Then they said, can we just do a crazy ride? The crazy ride was from Ngwenya to Lavumisa, the 200 kilometers. So we did it. We are approximately about 17 cyclists. Then from there, that's how it was birthed. Then on February this year, we partook on another one from Hlumeni up to Lavumisa. That was 150 kilometers. Then in April, it was followed by Matamo to Mananga, but Mananga went via Mananga and we ended up at Mhlume Country Club. So it's been a concept that has been running for quite a while, but now this time we decided to make it a little bit bigger, so that a lot of cyclists know about it, and being supported by Eswatini Cycling, we were able to get a platform to be advertised on multimedia, and we were assisted to get a lot of sponsorship coming through. So basically, anybody who wants to come and ride, you are affiliated to a club or not affiliated to a club, you are welcomed.
As long as you have a bicycle.
As long as you have a bicycle and your legs are okay, to cycle.
Sekuwe Mr. Shongwe, nanguva kahle kusho ukuthi sina cyclist lo ukhanze ukuthi for them tournaments of this magnitude, it's a way of keeping their standard on a high note. Would one say, in as much as to me it sounds like a social event, a sort of an event of trying to socialize, can one use this as an opportunity to keep up the standard and race and be? Are you going to be acknowledging number one, number two, number three?
Just to clarify on that, akusiyo umjaho. Siyashova nje luhambo loluthi ngesingisi they call it an endurance ride.
True.
Yeah, so but this is a chance for you ukuthi utihlole ukuthi what are your strengths? Are you able to climb? Are you able to ride? Are you able to sit on the bike for quite a long time without having any issues? So it's a good preparation. But for Lona, it's a social ride. We are riding kanye kanye. Go to number one, go to number two. Si hamba nje kanye kanye. Si buka live. Because basically this is to also market our domestic infrastructure, tourism. So for us, you ride on two wheels throughout the kingdom and experience the kingdom in two wheels. Yes.
It's all about networking. You go there from different backgrounds, from different organizations, you work for different organizations. It's networking. Are we maybe at this point in time knowing that we are a country that, like he said, trying to attract tourists with different what we have in the country? Is it open for international people who also want to just say, you know what, let me just go to the kingdom for this weekend and be part of the event?
Certainly, Fab. Certainly, this is an opportunity to network and spread our wings, not only locally, but spread them across if we can. In fact, joining us this coming Saturday, we already have riders from Mpumalanga who are going to be part of the ride. Yes, who are coming to do the whole ride. Some will be doing the 200, some will be doing the 130, some will be doing the 100. But it's all between the same distance from Ngwenya to Oshuk. And Logunye, as you're talking about tourism as well, the Eswatini Tourism Authority has partnered with us because they've realized this is a great opportunity, having cyclists cutting through the country. I think we're doing all 4 regions, in fact, from one region to the other. Exactly. So Tourism Authority is part of us, and they're also making sure they're partnering with us and making those networks to ensure that everything is marketed as a country and a cyclist and the sport, and making sure everybody enjoys the ride.
All right. Quick one before I let you go. Mr. Fagus Nanguvagasha, on top of that, what you just highlighted is that this tournament actually has a big vision. What's the bigger picture behind this? Where do you want to get in the near future?
I think, honestly, Fab, as cyclists, one want to ensure that as a sporting activity, there is so much more we can do. Impact the sport, impact the terrain that we're in, socially, economically, and otherwise, because as we tour and do the whole cycle, there'll be a lot of interactions going on. So it's definitely going to be big. And the partnerships that we're making with the companies that are sponsoring us, a lot of other companies that are in fact partnering with us for the whole tour from the border to border. So it's definitely going to be big and humongous, and that's how we want to take it. In fact, if it's possible, make it an annual event so that it's bigger than what it is today. We should actually start seeing 17, but this year I think there's 64.
Yeah, there's 64
right now. Yes, and including the 4 that are coming from Nelspruit. Yes, exactly.
Babeshong, now a tournament of this magnitude, there is protocols, starting time, and I've attended different, event of this magnitude. You do find that you've got what you call water points. Are we going to have any water points? Just to give us a clear picture. I'm new. I want to be part of this, tournament, or rather this event. Someone is watching, say, I have a bicycle, I have got the outfit. What is the starting time? Is there any registration that needs to be done? The road to Lavumis. How do I take myself to the road?
Okay, so we've got 3 starting points. Leqala kusengwenya, border gate, which we are starting at 5 a.m. Then we've got Hele, which we are starting at 6 a.m., which the team will be doing 130 kilometers. Then we've got Spofaneni. There's a team starting at Spofaneni to Lavumisa. They are doing the 100 kilometers. And let it be known that the crew which is starting at Ngwenya, we have been given a huge opportunity by the Manzini municipality. They have invited us to ride inside their city on the 12th. So it's going to be a beautiful time for us to go through. We've never rode into the city. We always use the bypass.
True.
Yeah, but now we're going to be escorted and going to be welcomed, and we're just going to have a brief stop inside the city and we continue. Then we have our second stop. It's Pofaneni. That's where we're going to stop. We're going to stop by the market and we're going to buy food, the banana. Since we are promoting the domestic tourism. Nasisuka lapho, we are going to Kamsholo, formerly known as Nisela. That's our next stop. And we're going to eat from there, buy from the outlet, and eat from there and rest. Then we finish up our ride. Yeah.
Mr. Shong, from Spofaneni to Old Nisela. I'm a cyclist for the very first time. From that distance to the other one, without putting anything in my stomach, no, I don't think I can be able to handle that.
Let me calm your fears.
Yes.
Don't worry. The logistics around it as well is that the whole journey through, it's also part of the regulations and logistics to ensure that we do have cars that follow us around for supplies, for any other needs. In fact, we also have emergency services as well, also being part of this as well too. Exactly.
Yes,
so don't be worried. If you cramp, we got you.
Yes.
If you need food, we got you. It's all going to be provided for. Also, part of the logistics around it and the regulations is also the issues of COVID adherence.
Yes.
To make sure that we as a non-contact sport as well, still abide and for during, before, and at the end of the race as well.
Yeah.
There you have it. Should I say this is the founder and co-founder of the tournament, or you just
and you are the patron?
The patron. Now, the 2 co-founders of the tournament this coming weekend are in the studio. Few words before I let you go, Mr. Shongo, just to give to the viewers, whoever want to, give an opportunity just to, be part of the event on Saturday.
Okay. It would just be to highlight that they can go to our Eswatini pages, our handlers. On Facebook or Instagram. If they want more information, they can contact us there and we can be assisting them. If you want to be part, you are still welcome. We can engage you, and there is still an opening that you can be part of. As long as you've got good legs and you've got a bike and a helmet, you are so much welcome.
Mr. Fagutse, on your side?
With me, Fab, is just to thank you for hosting us as well, and making sure that our cycling is taken as a part of sports in the country, which we hope is going to be promoted and get the coverage that you guys are supporting Kudu Temidlalo in the country as well. And counting the days to say, come 200 kilometers. Let's see if our sustenance and our stamina and our training is good enough to take us through the endurance and enjoy riding through the kingdom.
There you have it. Thank you very much for these two cyclists all the way from Usekaya Cycling Club, Mr. Fabutsa and Mr. Shong, of course, telling us what is expected this coming Saturday. I'm ready. My bicycle is ready. And, I keep time. 5 o'clock, I'll be at the border, ready to do the 200 kilometers to Lavomisa. Will you be joining me after the break? I'll be with Linda Lamine, our in-house analyst, to look at other sporting activities that were taking place over the weekend and this coming weekend after this.
Malangan chocolate. No mfo wantito lang khagla batang talaga busha nang love bongos.
Usafaka na 20 rand.
Temnet manje ngathi
lokhu ifithethiki kokusebenzisa utakhonza uphile ubeke isinkwa etafuleni.
mina sengimelele umngane wami bese sihamba sophanda.
Shemu ngichasha maye mahle ebonile.
Ngafuna ukuthi le project ingawa ngikhona nami ngoba angisiwe umuntu othanda ukuthi into ingafa ngikhona. Izine life nesiyakiyo umuntu ngangemuntu kuyafuna at least abe nawo 3 skills in life.
Ngibonga kakhulu ngoba so ngatsala kusebenza lo msebenzi abadinga ngisupport labantu.
Sanibonani maswahla mahle libito lami ngumthandazo Mkhonazi and you are tuned into a brand new show on Eswatini TV called Street Quiz. Street Quiz is a show that is aimed at finding out just how well you know your beautiful country and just how well you travel. Now, the beautiful part about it, and that is my favorite part as well, is you get to win a special prize. Now that could just be money or a little something extra. As for me and my team, Nibona every week from here just as long as you tune in and now wanna start Ndongang Balege.
Why should we pay our TV license?
The content on our local television is actually more up to date. The industry is enhanced.
It is a criminal offense not to pay your TV license and attracts a fine of 500 emalangeni or 6 months imprisonment.
And the industry is definitely blooming, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what we have for you. But we'll be right back just after the break and we'll give you more of Miss V.
Pay my TV license. That's why I can enjoy the benefits of an enhanced industry and keep track with recent transformation.
Man, who pays for a TV license and what are they paying for?
The owners of TV set and a gadget with a tuner like DVD set have to pay.
Pay your TV license at NetBank with the details provided on screen. Or use your cell phone via the mobile money pay. You could also visit your nearest post office and pay there. Pay your TV license via Eswatini Mobile Imali. Any TV device retailer can purchase a license to trade. Pay your TV license and enhance the industry.
Sanmanan, my name is Eswatini.
It's your boy DJ Sunday, aka BEC. Catch me and the gang on a brand new show.
Amazing show. I'm so excited about first episode. As you guys know, we do cover all things music and entertainment. We're going to be doing the news aspect specifically. So our news is divided into 2 segments, into international news and then local news.
I'm going to be on the Cozy Couch, hosting all the guests that we have on the show.
Thanks for joining me on the Cozy Couch. Your performance, how did you feel about that? I loved it.
Honestly, I was ecstatic.
I'll be dealing with the hottest videos for the week. At number 1, we have Tenderness featuring Willem Seni for Love Me.
We have the same boat. It's featured with the both of
Number 1 DJ in Africa.
See you every Saturday at 6 p.m.
on Eswatini TV.
Studio 1.
Studio 1.
Studio 1.
Tutu, nkatera ngempana lo.
Babelo sezulwini ngisonzela kuwe ngosinana indodzana yami ilula sandla sakho Nkosi uyiphilise egameni lika Jesu Kristu amen.
Utawuqiniseka ngani ke uthi wena nawungafuna umntwana kufanele kube nguwe lo lothatha le responsibility.
Kude umuntu wesifazane lo ngathanza umfana waza kwabo.
Nyalo incumbi yebatalisi bayawusebenzisa umdutshane kabi bathathe abamfana labane autism bawubadlubha khona.
Ha.
Yena ngimthethelela ukuthi wangona.
Yebo ke.
Akasamondlila lo mfana. Yes, but lokho kuthi angeke ngihambe mina ngombopha ngoba kumbopha akusahambelani ngalolu hambo lengihamba kumina.
Athi hayi kude ama dispose ngithi mina kude ama dispose akhiphe 15 rand athamba othenga ama dispose.
Ngibabathe ngiyamdududela uzuthi umntwana miyekele makuyathi ngosusi ngeke azamside mababe mne kudela ngendela kona ngidelwa ngo.
Ziyako lo. Ngithi mina ungenaphi kulala abanye ngoba lapha sikhuluma ngalo wakho umntwana.
Lungakugeji loluhlelo. Lubukele njalo ngemasonto nga5 entsambama. Siyavuma.
Still with you, of course, here at Hospital Hill, where we're bringing you live Temidlalo. The Monday edition, I'm already in the company of Linda Dlamini. Nguvusile mnange.
Ngiyabonga Fabrice netithoba lokukhulu vusile Maluya viewers. They are so special. Fabrice Maluya viewers.
How special?
Ngikhona kuchaza but nje bas special kakhulu.
All right. Some of the sporting codes, of course, were active, Master, over the weekend. And, of course, like we said, the likes of tennis in Stegi, talk about golf in here at Mbabane Club, and you talk about also of volleyball. Master. What impressed us, you and I, is the talent of the young men. Now, Kuruma, about young men, the likes of Tinisom Konda and Banere Mavus. Master, we've mentioned so much that such sporting codes should be given the platform to be congratulated. They are working so much. They are working so hard. And now, Buganje, the youngsters doing what they do best, you get impressed, Master.
Yes, over the past weekend, Fabrice, it was a mantle mark for Mbabane Golf Club.
Yes.
It was the mantle mark yabo. And ngicabanga ukuthi kube highlight for me. Ukuthi akawini the usual faces lesihlale sibabona ku golf kuwine a young star qiniso siyathi ke sike sakhuluma nangaye kakhulu ukuthi is a promising young star uyabonakala ukuthi uyayidlala igaluva hayi not just uyidlala nje uyadimisela so tinvo letihle lesikhathe kutibona every sport kuthi every young star longenako loba part of yona le sport abe successful awin.
There is Tuniso in a black cap, Master. When you look at the talent of this young man, you're going to hear about what he's going to say shortly. But Nobuga the talent of Mvana already in the company of Banene Mavuso, they are looking at the bigger picture. It's about now the Region 5 this December in Lesotho. Bona, Master, how much can we put in their in India on the talent they have. How much can the country contribute? Good talent la.
I think we need to guide them. Sibane cherish Fabrice. Batokhona lutsi bakhuliseke kahle. Ukhuluma ngaye banele mavuso, ukhuluma ngaye uqiniso. Ngicaba ukuthi with proper guidance batokhona ukuthi ba achieve more. Siyabona our very own your Jamie Pennington, your Nobuhle Dlamini. Nobuhle is flying the Eswatini flag high, even higher overseas in France, in Italy, in Czech Republic. So these youngsters ngicabanga sibona bakahle because bamvula babukela kubo bathutana balakhaya abekho ukuthi babuka kubamvula ba overseas ba se Europe noma base States babukela kubamvula bakhona lakhaya. So abathole proper guidance batokhona ukuthi ba achieve bahambe bamelele live at the highest level.
Now there you have it. That is Master Qiniso Mkhonda and Banele Mavuso during the Eswatini Royal Insurance Corporation monthly mark. They were playing for the monthly mark of the month of April. What do they have to say about their performance? The two youngsters had a good day in the office. Listen to them.
I'm very happy. I don't have very much secrets, but all I can say, I had a great day. Not what I was hoping for, but I'm happy I won. I think the challenges is the lockdown, most probably. The lockdown has killed us a lot because we haven't been getting much practice. After the lockdown, we've been getting a lot of practice. We've been practicing like every day. A minimum of 5 days a week we've been practicing. Way forward, I'm looking to play for the Region 5 for Eswatini and winning more opens for Eswatini. Getting ready for Region 5, I have to win opens to qualify, win more opens, be on the top 3, just be competitive in the opens.
I'd say practice. I think that was the best. It got me prepared for the round today, and yeah, I think it's practice. Practice makes perfect. I had an injury actually that took me out for a while, and then now I just came back. I recovered from that injury, and things are looking better. The plan is to win a couple of tournaments, win the Opens, actually perform well in the Opens, and be chosen probably to represent the country.
No, and we are grateful to Emma Golfers, a supporter, and we are very happy about his sponsor said. Esiqhubeka njalo nekuyisupport inangiyala mbabani umsebenzi wethu uhamba kahle kakhulu bekumakhata but ama-golfers aphumile at atodlala. We had about over 56 golfers abadlalile today, so we are very very happy as a committee. Kuliphupho lethu lokuthi sinama-juniors lamanengi ukudlala these tournaments. Sijabulile nje lamhla ukuthi labawinile kube ngama-juniors. So sinaleli phupho lelo lokuthi lama-competitions next month abuye onke lama-juniors adlale this competition, and also the ladies. We want to see more ladies. So if in the next competition wethu angaba khona ema-ladies abe manengi singajabula as a committee.
And of course, the two gentlemen being Qiniso Mkhonda and Banele Mavuso in the company of the Mbabane Golf Course Vice Captain Master Uyabeva, they're explaining what they got on the day, what pushed them to win on the day, and their performance, of course, was the highlight of the day.
Yes, as I've said, my highlight of the day ukuthi win ama-youngsters, and ngicabanga lama-games lawa alungiselela imidlalo yabo le-international games labatawuhamba beyorepresenta live ngaDisemba. Into lenhle Fabrice, nawubeva nabo bakhuluma vele kudlala ngekuqinisela kuphuma all out endweni lwendaba.
Now, golf was not the only sporting court that was active over the weekend. Talk about volleyball. Over a year without being in the field of play, some of the elite clubs were quite in a jubilant moment, of course, at Koluseni, sports ground, where one would say it was indeed a good day in the office. Master, as we can see, the mask on, they are following the COVID regulations, and I think it's another sporting court. Now, Bugarama teams, correctional reps, RSCC. This is another sporting court. We've seen talent. We've seen when they go out and represent the country, they have got what it takes. So it was a pre-tournament, Master season launch. Expectations, are you quite happy to see what you saw over the weekend? And once again, the turn up.
finally volleyball is back. One of my sports linda kahle la khaya ahle lesikhathi lesithe over a year solo bangadlali so kubuya kwabo ngicabanga ukuthi kusho into lenkulu kakhulu. Sibonile esilama games beka khona ekwaluseni labe kasekelwe ngiSwazi Farm nge sponsorship sa 25,000 emalangeni.
Yes.
Yes, le standard asikho mhlambe ngalizinga liyagcina ikuyo ivolleyball, but uyabona ukuthi the players badimisela and I'm worried. Yes, the reps, the correctionals, the other teams,
UEDF
atawukhona ukuthi asheshe catch up, but the other teams labeka afika kubo volleyball. There was one team from Horo lebeyisazama ku establish the team ema Black Cats. Yes, bese iqalile nayo ubona ukuthi bataba i-team letawuhlupha ema-reps nabo correctional. Kodwa I'm worried ukuthi batawukhona ukuthi basheshe babuye ba catch up because bona bebasafika kule game bebasazama ukuthi baqathute, but siyethemba ukuthi with the right coaching, with the right training batawukhona ukuthi basibambe le standard.
Now, under the sponsorship of 25,000 emalangeni, like the way Dlamini alluded on it, 25,000 emalangeni from Swazi Farm for both male and female, and of course the Secretary General, the assistant, or rather the Vice Secretary General, Nobuhle Dlamini, is also highlighting that they believe that the teams should use this pre-season as a way to gear up for the new season, which should start by the end of this month. Nobuhle Dlamini, of course, in the company of the two big teams, captains, being correctional and reps. What are they thinking? What are they saying about the new season? Are they ready? Did they get enough time to train? Listen to them.
Ukutilolonga kubebede nje vele angifuni iqambe manga cause thina nje kuthi nzi ibhola ngicansi kube bo 2 days. Le tournament langicansi into sitha ukuthi sibone ukuthi simephi la sagcina khona kuqala cause nje vele sikhathi sokujima kubebede kakhulu.
Cha kube bede isikhathi lesanele kepha nje sesiyalibonga lelithuba lelikhona la le pre-season ukuthi tasinika ukuthi sitibone ukuthi simephi sesitawuqala khona sichubekele phambili. Okay, mshintsho lozolikhona nyalo ngalomkhuhlane lo ukhona. Obvious wonke umuntu uyati ukuthi akusadlali nje maka sanitize. Isikhathi esiningi sesiya sanitizer, since ibhola siya sanitizer, siya time out. In manager ya sanitizer, so kuyathusa kona kepha nje sitawuncenga sitawujwayela.
Igama lami ngidlamini Nobuhle, i-VSG Vice Secretary General. La ngekhathi MPH idlala ema-games i-pre-season, we have been sponsored by Swazi Farm. Sithole 25,000 and we divided into 3 categories. 10,000 to ladies, 10,000 to males and 5,000 to B teams. Now all ama-games adlala ngekwehlukana because we are avoiding ukuthi bantu kube nema-spectators ne-COVID, so everything is under control.
The two teams' captains, and of course in the company of Nobuhle Dlamini, Master Yabeva Bayakuruma, and I think one of the things that we should maybe highlight is that they didn't get enough time. I think volleyball was given a green light about a month ago, and then maybe they've been in the training session about 2 weeks to 3, getting into this pre-season. The season starts end of this month. They were last active in March 2020, over a year with that being in the field of play. It's going to be difficult.
I must say they are one lucky sport because if utawuba ne pre-season tournament letaba sponsored ngicabanga ukuthi kusho involve enkulu kakhulu because lama games lawa ama games lalungiselela i-season letawuqala, i-league letawuqala. Sayibona ke i-league yabo last time around ukuthi be competitive kanganani. So ngicabanga ukuthi even nanyalo sikathile ukuthi be competitive, but I'm happy ukuthi baqalele pre-season with the sponsors at 25,000 emalengeni pre-season. I'm very, very happy.
Good stuff. And of course, our team, our Eswatini TV sports team, we keep a close eye to the teams and to the training session, both to male and female, for the preparations of the new season. By the end of this month, of course, we should know everything about the new season, fixture, preparations, venues, and everything. Right here on your number one channel, you get all the details. Keep being in touch with us. Otherwise, another sporting code that was active over the weekend was tennis. Our crew was down there in the Lubombo region, Master. As you can see, this is one of the courts in Stegi. The youngsters, some of them are 7 years old, but currently on their first day with tennis. Sakurma Master would see grassroots is the key. And I think tennis, golf, and other sporting courts, Sabatare was prove wrong, would see this is the way to go. And guess Sebenda Master, Azubuga on the screen.
Fabrice, weekend, ngajabula kakhulu mangibona i-tennis association yala Eswatini because vele basho bathi bafuna mixa i-tennis le kulala amanye ama-regions kungabi only Mbabane Manzini but bayithese to the other regions ngestyle because kufike le ufike udlalisa bamfana ngicabanga ukuthi ubona ubuka your 6-year-olds your 7-year-olds badlala i-tennis so uyabona ukuthi vele kwakhiwe le foundation because sihlahla akusiso sihlahla ngestem akusiso sihlahla ngama branches sihlahla because sinalama roots so every sport umfana vele uqala grassroots akhule nayo lenvo kuthi kuba nalemithelela nje kuthi stems khuluma ukuthi ema branches akhuluma ukuthi kumele abe netithelo letimbanze ngito letidvonsayo letabsorbako lama minerals lamhlabathini so I'm happy ngendlela linyawo lithethe yona i-tennis association in fact over the years sibabonile nabo bakhicita ema youngsters your Haydens so 10 years to come, 15 years to come, these young kids, but awubuke emuva bakhumbulele le weekend lena lesisuka kuyo.
Quickly, before we give a chance the president who was there to tell us something quickly, Master, one thing I noted is that Nabaloncha, the outreach of tennis in Stegi, they also assign a specific coach who is paid to stay there and teach these young kids the sport. This is what we need in other sporting courts. They are leading by example.
They are leading by example, Fabrice. In fact, ngihlale ngisho mina ngake ngasho before ngathi kumele ukuthi sports sports and recreation council yes iwabite lama associations it's every region akube na regional sports person waleso sport kube na trainer lo tawati uthi ngwele sports developer lekulama regions so i-tennis association yakwenda base nabayovula le court le because ihleli isikhathi engasebenzi basho ukuthi kutawusala coach le wakambamali asale a trainer labantwana lestake kuyendeka naku ke bantwana baphumile ngedinombolo tabo ba trainer so ngicabanga ukuthi singasho ukuthi pick up kuyo i-tennis association ngasela lama sports federations associations bangakopa bakopela okuhle la tennis.
Now Maxwell Jele, the Eswatini Tennis Association president, in the company of Njabulo Mbamari, the man Linda Tamini just highlighted, who's been assigned to be there in Stegi, going around the schools to scout for players and teach them at the sport. And some of the players, of course, who are new in the sport, how are they finding it? All the way from Stegi. Listen to this.
I was part of this tournament. It was a great experience. Yeah, I lost semi-finals, but it's an amazing experience. I can't wait to see people go in the final. Yes, I think it's improving because we've got courts here and more courts are gonna be built. So I think a lot of people can train here and more tournaments can happen.
I'm actually very happy. Even though we're not very good at this, it's a good experience for us because we're getting the exercise and we're having fun and making new friends. I'm willing to take it as far as I can. I think if I can push myself, I can make it.
Thinking it was the first time nasaqala ukuthi uthole le talent ebantwana, it was very difficult. But as time goes on, kids started getting the interest of the sport, become better to play, to participate. Then I took this program, I forget ikolweni, and it became big. Then after that, baita bambana ngetinombolo batheleka batu practice.
Sibonge kakhulu singaveta nje ukuthi lamhla silana eStegi kuma tennis courts la khona la edolobheni. Sive sitokhumbula ke lana ukuthi i-tennis association yaseSwatini sidilelana kuletinyanga lesuka kuto letintsathu la khona silonche i-tennis program la eSiteki sibambisane naye masipala wala eSiteki ngalokuthi le facility yakhe masipala sina coach wethu ke la lo Njabulo lesicale naye le program lana sathi nasilauncha le program saveta kuye samniketa i-assignment yekuthi etinyangeni letintsatfu sebaqale kudlala sitofuna ukuthi kuhostwe i-tournament la silana ke sitekutofeza leyo task leyo la khona sibona abantwana nje babanengi bagcwele kangaka.
That is, of course, Maxwell Jele, the Eswatini Tennis Association, who also holds the position of acting chief executive officer of Eswatini Sports and Olympic Olympic Commonwealth Games Association here in the Kingdom of Eswatini. Beautiful stuff, of course, they are doing in the Lubobo region. That is one of the projects, of course, they are busy with, having, of course, started to go in different also parts of the country. Now, at this point in time, of course, we'll be giving a short, focus to the national team, Sihlangu Semnigati, knowing that both, of course, national teams, being Sitsebe Samhlegazi and Sihlangu Semnigati, the way they are both in Mozambique. However, Sitsebe is already back in the country, of course, having played their 2 friendlies against Mozambique and Lesotho, respectively. But Sihlangu Semnigati, Bona, they are still in Maputo in the Republic of Mozambique. Their first game was on Saturday against Lesotho, 1-0, a victory of Sihlangu Semnigati, courtesy of Sfiso Matse, a beautiful goal. We'll talk about that, Master. I think we chat earlier on, Master, 3 years down the line since we last had a victory. I know it's a friendly, but it's a win at the end of the day, Master.
Yeah, a win is a win. It does boost in my players' spirit. Remember the last time Sidlala competitive game, it was against Senegal away. And that performance, I think, a very, very good performance from the team. So, le win yang weekend against Lesotho ngicabanga ukuthi boosted the spirit.
It boosted spirit, and of course they have a game against Mozambique tomorrow. And of course our colleague and reporter Patrice Msibi, all the way in the Republic of Mozambique in Maputo, watched the game against Lesotho. He saw them training. He must have witnessed a few changes in the squad, knowing that there were criticism when Dominic Kunene selected his squad. Sfiso Matse was amongst the players who were, of course, criticized. Mr. Msibi, there you are in Maputo. Talking about Sihlangu Semnigati, how is this team? Is what we've been hearing that the mood in the camp, the team has changed. Singasho ukuthi le performance lesibuka kula malanga kungendeka ukuthi kungendeka vele kubuye Sihlangu sakatseni besidlala kahle. What have you noted as you are close to the team where you are right now?
Yeah, ngivusele Fabrice, ngivusele nawe Maswati labukela hlele kulesikhathi esenyalo, as Master will call them, ema loyal viewers. Kungaba kuveta nje Fabrice ukuthi le ngubonile kuso Sihlangu Semnigati khona emasidlale kakhulu igame yaso naye iLesotho. Ngingathi le spirit chemistry team uyinhle iyabonakala abadlali ngendlela laba relate ngayo to each other, ngendlela laba communicate ngayo kulomunye, indlela laba athi mfuma into mistake encourage ngayo mcansi iyabonakala yinhle. You love to see ngendlela laba react ngayo to each other. Lokutshela ukuthi the coach having kept them together since that time badlala neGuinea badlala neSenegal, and up until now babuya campini long term camp short a week camp, batshengisa ukuthi sebatayelene, batshengisa ukuthi seba understandana bayevana. Personally, that's on personal capacity and as a team chemistry. But now you come to a game, I think that's where the coach comes in. Lapho khona coaching mele bring the best out of them in terms of fulfilling his philosophy. Nekafuna kudlala ngayo coach. From what I saw with Lesotho, we didn't have I want to say we didn't have a good game, but then again, probably we did have a good game as coaching and badlali. But from the stance where I was, we were playing very well in terms of playing Ebola, creating chances from open play, chances from e-movement, from tactical aspects. What is important, and I think Coach Dominic, if you understand, where he's coming from his time, Go Buffaloes, defense and ngiyakhumbula ukuthi behlale sikhuluma naMaster ukuthi iBuffalo ina good defense, good defensive record in a none. So I think he's trying to do that as well with the national team. La aqala khona ukuthi Sihlangu make sure we do not concede a goal. Then later, probably he'll try to work hard on going forward. Because defensively, we were beautiful. The players were defending very well. Mkhwanazi and Mamba, we were maintaining our position now. Was Boniso na Slang. You had Mponyo, Epalin, almost the whole game because defense and but again, now we have defended, we have the ball. Let's go forward. He's using direct players. Ngasho kanjalo usebenzisa kakhulu kule game lesisuka kuyo nje waqalisa Bongosi Manyof from Royal Leopard waqalisa order le badlali lesipatiko lapho ukuthi basebenzela kakhulu ngespeed on the flanks and probably cut in or bring in Emma crosses. And if you have badlali abanjengabo Sikhale na Felix lebengibo bacalile, it's easy to understand why coach anga bring in Emma cross dependele Emma crosses kakhulu because they got their height in terms of Felix and Sikhale ema-jumps akhe mahle kakhulu in terms of kucedzela ibhola. Kepha ke in the midfield we have players labatayimaka le bhola but kuyidlala not strong points sub ukuthi that's my ball players. We had Mabelesa adlala as a destroyer. We had Swisomate next to him who Swisomate for me personally from what I saw he was I would gladly give him the man of the match award, not because of the goal but because of the way he was working hard in trying to break in attacks in Lesotho, and he actually was the only one who was trying to probably make that killer pass, trying to make that pass that would decide the game. Yes, they were misplaced more than once, but the attempts, the idea, but the problem is, if you can watch the highlights, you'll see so coach is trying to play direct football, not just because stop building a play. Build on counter attacks, build on high pressure going forward. So gameplay understand you're looking at the goal.
Yes, not to cut you. I'm hearing what you're saying. And maybe just to look at, Master also has got one or two questions, but looking at maybe, I'm seeing some of the key players and everything. Is this idea, Patrice, of having friendlies, mostly with countries like Lesotho, Mozambique, is it ideal? Is it maybe giving the results? Or go where you would wish maybe we would see we could attempt your Zimbabwe, we could attempt your Zambia, just to test the waters? Because the same Lesotho, we might meet again, yes, in Kosafa, but you never know Chan, we might meet your Zambia or Zimbabwe. Do we maybe need to start and expose ourselves to the likes of Zambia and Zimbabwe?
I'll tell you what, Fabrice, I did think about this Magia Glama games but then my thought were, we've been playing those countries, Senegal, Guinea-Bissau, we've played both the Congo. Just before you crossed over to me, we haven't won any game since 3 years ago when we won against Kenya. So I do believe we do need those games that was the confidence. I'm going to remember this time for Maglung Selela 2010 World Cup in South Africa. They took the national team South Africa and Guatemala. We never 5 notes. They played friendlies last week, trying to get the confidence of the players going. Again. So I do think we need these countries. We're probably gonna get a win. I'm not sure about Mozambique tomorrow. We can be so confident. We're gonna get a win. What I'm picking is we won against Lesotho. The confidence is high. The players will go to the game excited against Mozambique. Probably we can pull in a surprise and actually win that game. So it gives the players some bit of confidence. We've played already against Lesotho, we've played against Mozambique, we probably won both games, we probably played a win, a draw. So confidence-wise, Badlali will be boosted. I do believe at this point in time, it's appropriate to be playing these countries. Because Fabrice, Sidlalile and Mavela strong about higher every time. So why not get these teams smash high, confidence, and then go to Kosafa? We're gonna meet some of these teams, so we know. Okay, if we meet this one, we have to beat the one. And if usibashaya, if usimitha labanye, kuba nokuthi no phela sithina we've been winning. So why not win against this team? So I do believe the approach laying us 7
All right. The company of Linda Dlamini has got 1 or 2 questions. Must.
Patiz, I hope you're right. Mina ngibuta ukuthi is it promising though, because ngiyakova ukhuluma sitholile win spirit setulu, but sidlalile neLesotho many times sawina, sadlala against Botswana, sawina many times. Ngikhumbula sadlala neNigeria lakha sayidrawisa spirit senyuka because in Nigeria kuSenegal besingeke sibe sesiyahamba futhi sesibuka lamanye njengoba asho Fabrice kuyapromise ayina ubuka wena ngendlela ezidlala ngayo.
Master, for me it's not. It doesn't give me confidence to say surely we're going to win right now against any other top team. I go at that level, but the thing is, Master, as I've just explained with Fabrice, must tell us to win. Sister again, the confidence. If you remember when we drew against Nigeria, we went on to Safika Sabang number 3 go Kosafa. We drew against Nigeria, but sakhona ukuthi sibuild on that sahamba sadlala kahle even na Kosafa safika le confidence ikhona. We just draw against Senegal, the top team at that time. I'm not sure if now they are still ranked first, but if you're gonna play a draw against Senegal away, surely that will build the confidence. And I think that's why the coach decided to maintain the same squad. National team colors. If I bring them back again, probably they're gonna reignite that energy. And first game after that, they won. So probably the coach was gonna say it's working. Now let's go forward against Mozambique. If against Mozambique we win or we avoid defeat against Mozambique, it's something to build on going forward. And I'm sure he'll love to have more friendlies before the games. Kosafa in terms of Ulungselel, but Kosafa he'll want to do better. He'll want to do better, not just him, but I do believe that even the players will want to do better, just for the coach and the nation. Because Coach Ucheng say, Kubatemba, even after I received so much criticism, I am one of those I'm criticizing, more especially calling up so much.
All right, okay. Maybe another question, yes.
In 5 seconds, our stars, Felix Bedenhorst, Skalin Zinisa, ngiyathi ukuthi kube nema-headlines inkumbi before kuyiwe kulama-friendly games lawa. Felix Bedenhorst to release test Galaxy, Skali, bekuningi betindzaba tema-protest. Le body language, now babuka kuteni mhlambe lokuba affectile, and lokhu ngabe sesek-affecta ne-national team.
No, they've been brilliant, Master. They really have been brilliant, more especially. I'm really happy Askal with everything that's going on. He's just focused on his game. We are connected at Shaima club level, and of course you'll want to see him in the national team setup, and he's showing the hunger. He's working very hard. You're looking at Felix. He missed the penalty, by the way, Felix, but he's keeping his head held high. We are going to say, the team, he's going through some difficulties right now. Affect because he believes in his talent. We are temba without something quickly. But again, coach in is doing a very good job with him. Looking at the team, he didn't drop him. The past few games, I'm just going to drop you. And he understands he's one of the key players. And remember, Master Guti Silungselele Kosafalan, and we're talking about Felix Bedenhorst, who's joint top goal scorer, Ego Kosafa. So you'll want him in top shape, you'll want him in top form, confidence. That's why they gave him the penalty. He's actually missed his second penalty since he came here, because he missed against Guinea-Bissau, Nalamusha, Ngati Idolo, or was it the other day, package and the penalty. Above everything, Master, to answer your question, they are very, very much happy to be part of the team, and they are playing like they want to represent the country.
A quick one before you go, Patizo Pela, igenda na singayikhohlwe ngoba bomake nabo bayidlala insini.
Yes.
Sitsebe was there, you covered them. Are they coping? We're talking about AFCON qualifiers. They have got Zimbabwe coming. Can you say our ladies, Sitsebe Samhlekazi, how are they doing so far?
I think with the ladies, it's about fitness. So, because if unefit ufit, logo kambisana ne confident. So right now, abasiko fully fit and match fit. Utokhumbula ukuthi ama-games solamisiwe. Yes, they're gonna start playing. I think this weekend they are starting with their league games. But I'm trying to say, Fabrice, if Bangaba fit, they're gonna start playing again. Because I remember before COVID, I watched them play. And they were improving in terms. They were trying to pass the ball. Nyalo, no. The only two departments that I think are working very well is defense and strike. The midfield, they're not playing the ball. If defense, they are able to close in the spaces, but then when you're talking of create some chances, they just hit the ball up front. But the strikers will run to spaces, and they're doing that very well, the strikers. They should have scored at least 2-3 goals against Mozambique. Yes, their defense was good on the day, but I'm very happy in Stebe. They're going to improve. They should have won that game. And with time, and the coach showed Makanya, he needs more friendlies. More friendlies with the players. But with the league coming back, the players will be active every other day. So I think that that's a positive for Chris. Otherwise, it's different watching C7 now than some few years back. They really have improved. There are some few good players within the team, and you see if every other lady is playing women football, because pick up based on the last squad he had picked the last time Kosafa and even before that. But now that the players are gonna be able to have opportunities to showcase their talent at the league, and that will give a coach a good headache to pick up on, because teams like Women's and others, Young Buffaloes, Royal Leopard, they are very doing well, and their players are very, very, very good.
There you have it. Thank you very much, Patricia. Get some sleep and rest. You have got another big day tomorrow when you have to head to the game against Mozambique. Thank you very much for the analysis. And of course, we hope you bring more for the Thursday program. Adibore Eswatini, thank you very much. Have a good night.
Always a pleasure, Feb.
I mean, we are Muva Msipi. I think in as much as he admits, I think he's a journalist, we all have criticized the national team, criticize his selection, your coach. Maybe, yes, he could use these small teams, not small teams per se, some nations like Lesotho, Mozambique, to gain confidence. But when are we starting to knock on the doors of the likes of Angola, on Zambia? But confidence is needed.
I mean, I still believe we need to play against the big boys. He is talking about Gautamela, South Africa, friendly games before 2010, building up to 2010 World Cup. They never helped. South Africa, I group stages. We need to play against your Congo, your Cote d'Ivoire, your Nigeria. Steve, would see now Cote d'Ivoire is shy 2-1. Scorilla against Cote d'Ivoire. Or maybe it's draw.
Because never win the confidence is coming with a draw against Senegal.
Oh, Sambe, because I'm Kumbulis against the European team,
Comoros.
So soldier like Georgia, Luxembourg, those European countries,
Thank you very much. We have to go. Quick one, Master, to let know the viewers. This coming Friday, the entire continent will be on a standstill. European Championship, they will be starting this coming Friday. Talk about Turkey against Italy. The games are live here on Eswatini TV, your number one channel. If you don't have anything to do else apart from your busy schedule at work, sit in front of your camera on Friday. And of course, it's going to be here live on Eswatini TV. Master Ngaba, maybe would see some of the well-known faces that will be here in the studio bringing the package.
Oh yes, Fabrice. Ngicabawuthi ama-analyst abakhona former players bakhona Spoko Junior Mdluli, then legendary analyst Ice Lubaba Dlamini. They remember him back in the 90s, even early 2000s.
Yourself included.
Yes, even myself. Ngicabawuthi samaningi lama tournaments leswendile nawe. Before, if there's one thing I enjoy my live games, tactics, analysis, go on Fabrice, live games, nginike kona ngidakwendela.
Sibonga kakhulu ngesikhathi sakho Nkosi.
Kubonga mina Fabrice bese ngibonga neMaloyal Viewers ekhaya.
There you have it. Who is your money is on? Who are you betting for? Who do you think will take this year's Euro Championship? It is going to be live here on Eswatini TV. It is Turkey versus Italy live, first game on Eswatini TV. Other games include your England against Croatia. All of those games will be here live on Eswatini TV. Otherwise, for me and Lamini and the entire crew that brought you this Temidlalo live show, we do say, Sidlala kamnons.